Hello, planet Earth. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're at IDK, my BFF Jill 730. I'm Preston L. Young, wishing you warm salutations and congratulations as always. You've made your way to the Buffington Post. So today I'll be doing my review for Angel and Faith Season 10, issue number 20. It's A Little More Than Kin, Part 2. And let me just say, I have not been this excited about an issue of Angel and Faith since like number 13, so good on you. Alright, so previously on Angel and Faith.
So we've got Nadira the Vampire Slayer, who was at Ground Zero at the end of Season 9 when Whistler, Pearl, and Nash tried to super evolve humanity and just our entire planet, and she's been all fucked up by the magics of this magic town that we're now in, and yeah, magic town seems to be sentient, and it's kind of like communicating with Nadira all the time. It's super weird. So while Angel went to San Francisco to try and help Buffy and Spike and the rest of the crew with Archeus, the progenitor of the entire line of vampires to which Angel, Spike, Drusilla, and the whole clan belong, Faith and Fred went to investigate this prep school situation, and they found out that Drusilla was there, and she was trying to get this girl named Mary, whose father had come into possession of this weird, ancient statue thing that we still don't know anything about. So Angel came back and he said, oh, well, Drusilla must be working for Archeus, obviously. So they went about trying to see what Drusilla was up to, but oops, Drusilla's goons came and captured Nadira because they need her to do something or other because she's the key to Magic Town. And Angel tried to stop her, but Drusilla says, hey, Angel, I think you need to come back into the family.
That's what's been going on in Angel and Faith, so with no further ado, let's jump into it. It's the Buffington Post recap and review for Angel and Faith, Season 10, number 20, A Little More Than Kin, Part 2. Here we go.
The alien world of Myr is being devoured by dark water. Only Ren, a young prince, can stop it by finding the lost 13 treasures of rule. At his side is an unlikely but loyal crew of misfits. At his back, the evil pirate lord Blood, who will stop at nothing to get the treasures for himself. It's high adventure with the Pirates of Dark Water.
Alright, so the issue opens up and Angel says to Drusilla, you know, when you use words like family, it just shows how crazy you really are. And Drusilla says, I am what you made me, Daddy. You know, you thought that you could just create a new family with these pretty little girls that you surround yourself with, but you seem to be forgetting that we belong to a true family and there's somebody bigger and more in charge of all of us. So the whole time, you know, Nadira, when she was kidnapped, she didn't look fazed at all, and the whole time she's just standing there chilling. And Angel says to Drusilla, you know, you just sound like you're just spewing out whatever Archeus wants you to say. I have free will, I have a choice. And Drusilla says, well, what about me? What choices did you give your sweet daughter Drusilla, So Drusilla tells Angel that Archeus wants the whole family back together and Angel better come and play in the little family reunion that Archeus is planning. So Fred enters and Drusilla says, alright, vampire goons, kill that little bitch. Angel and Fred are fighting off the vampires and then, holy crap, here come Faith and Co, and they help out with the fight. But, of course, Drusilla does exactly what she always does, which is get away when there's a bunch of chaos going on. So, Drusilla makes it away with Nadira, and Faith is upset because she feels really responsible for Nadira. She had left and gone off to America with Giles, and then she went into deep scan, and by the time she came back to England, you know, Nadira had woken up and she had this crazy magical half, and Faith just feels like she wasn't there for her when she really needed her, and so she needs to be there for her now. And Angel says, we've got to play this smart, and Fred says, well, the thing about it is, Nadira, she really didn't look too upset about being kidnapped. She looked like she was fine with it, like everything was just okay. And Angel says, okay, well, here's the thing. You and Faith go and talk to Detective Brandt and see if we can get some human help with this situation, and maybe once we find Nadira, she can tell us what the heck's going on. So Faith and Fred go and talk to Detective Brandt, and he says, okay, I'll help you guys out. But Faith is still worried about Nadira because she knows that Drusilla's super crazy, and with Archeus around, they're really just capable of anything, you know? So with Nadira and Drusilla elsewhere, uh, Drusilla's talking to Nadira about how they're both crazy and they both have voices in their heads, and it's their job to try and, suss out what's real and what's not real. But Nadira says, actually, it's not really like that. I have a relationship with Magic Town. It speaks to me, but in feelings and emotion. So Drusilla brings Nadira to Archeus, and holy shit, Archeus looks so good here. Will Conrad puts Rebecca Isaacs to shame when it comes to Archeus. And hey, Andre, doesn't he look just like Lord Zed? Oh yeah. So basically, Archeus wants Nadira because he knows that Nadira and Magic Town are like this, right? And so he wants to bring his whole new family into Magic Town, and he's trying to kind of make peace with the magic of Magic Town. And so he's actually brought a gift for Magic Town, okay? Angel's checking out these different haunts. He goes to the magic guy who had ratted him out to Amy's little pixie friend. But, there's no new anything on the streets. Nobody's come in there for magical supplies or anything, and it's a cold trail. So Trisha, the girl with the tentacly hair, yeah, I remembered your name, Trisha. She shows up and she says, hey, we've been looking everywhere. We can't find Nadira. We can't find shit. So then Faith calls Angel and says, hey, Brant got a beat. He's got some stuff figured out for us. So back with Nadira, Archeus, and Drusilla, Archeus is basically spewing out of the mouth talking about, oh, well, I'm so powerful and I can sense the power of Magic Town, and we have a way of, sensing all this great power, whatever. So basically, he wants Nadira to explain to Magic Town that he means no harm to it. He wants to actually bring Magic Town into his family. And this is really weird. Like, does he want to make Nadira into a vampire or what? I don't know. But Nadira says, look, I'm not going to talk to Magic Town for you. That's not how it works. And I didn't let your girl over here kidnap me and bring me here to be your ambassador. And so Archeus is like, oh, so why did you let us capture you then? And she says, I came here to save you. Detective Brandt and his police force have tracked down a bunch of butcher deliveries from butcher shops and stuff like this, pig's blood, okay? So Drusilla, smart, and I'm guessing it's more Archeus for Drusilla, but yeah, Drusilla didn't want to leave a trail of bodies in the same area because, hello, everybody knows about vampires. So, they had a bunch of pig's blood shipped to their hideout to kind of keep a low pro. So this was really smart, but even smarter is that Angel says, okay, just because we know that we're here doesn't mean we're just going to go in guns blazing. So he calls Sophronia to get her to bring him something. So Nadira explains to Archeus that when she says she came to save him, she didn't necessarily mean save him. She's talking about saving all of us because, yes, the magic of Magic Town is very potent and it's new, it's young, and it is sentient. It's aware of itself, but it's restless and it's impatient like a child. And she says, if you come in here trying to stir up things, trying to make Magic Town do whatever you want, it's not going to react very well, and your whole shit is just going to go boom. Archeus doesn't want to hear any of this. He says, okay, that's all well and good. I'm glad you can see the big picture, but the fact of the matter is, I am going to have Magic Town, and you are going to help me whether you like it or not. So Nadira says, I tried. I really did. I woke up from a coma, and I was something different and crazy and something else. But you know what I never stopped being? Nadira the Vampire Slayer. So Nadira kicks some fucking ass, man. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Nadira just comes in and handles some shit. She goes ham. She takes out 3 vampires in no time flat. She goes to fight Archeus, but then Archeus just kind of smacks her down. So at this point, it's time to go because, Nadira is causing a little bit of trouble and Archeus just feels like they've been there for too long and so they need to move to a new location. Okay, so outside of their hideout, Sophronia and Lavinia have shown up with a bunch of weapons for them to storm the building with, okay? So they actually have been watching my reviews because they say, really? We don't get to go in? You just want us to stand out here? Give us something to do. We're all dressed up. So I like that. Thank you for at least acknowledging the fact that you don't use Sophronia and Lavinia. So they go inside, and it's like classic horror vampire stuff because there are bodies just like hanging up everywhere in there, but none of them are Nadira because Angel said he'd be able to smell her slayer blood. So there's a chance that Nadira's still alive in there, and so they're looking around, but then Fred sees a little message for Angel on the wall, and it says, "Daddy's come to take you home, Angel," and it's written in blood, of course. So Angel turns and says, "Okay, they've left. This is Cold Trail, but we're going to keep looking, and we are going to find Nadira and Archeus and Drusilla no matter what." And he looks to Faith and he says, "Is that all right with you, partner?" And she goes, "It's 5 by 5. So thank you, Angel and Faith, getting back on the same page, literally. Archeus is not too thrilled with Drusilla because, of course, he charged her with getting this, like, crazy statue majigger, and she's just basically making a bunch of excuses for herself, and she wants to stay Daddy's favorite, and so she says she's gonna get this whole statue situation handled. And, even if Nadira's not going to help them get the magic on their side, she'll work really well as bait either way. And that's where we end our issue. So I really, really enjoyed this issue, and I got the variant cover because, I really like Nadira, and I just didn't like the traditional. So, yeah, I really like everything that's going on in this issue. I like that Angel and Faith are back in it. They both said, hey, we're going to do this together. I like that Faith has this guilt about Nadira and everything that she's going through because, really, I mean, none of this would have been going on if Faith had done a better job of kind of pulling the reins on Nadira back in season 9, but that's water under the bridge. What else? I like that Drusilla calls Angel out for abandoning her. She says, just because you've got a fancy new soul and all your little human friends doesn't mean that you stopped being a vampire. Doesn't mean you stopped being my father. Like, what am I supposed to do? No wonder I'm hanging out with the patriarch of our entire lineage. It makes a lot of sense for Drusilla to try and be making this new family for herself because Spike's got a soul, Darla's dead, and Angel's off soulfully doing his thing, and Spike's also bonking Buffy, so I get Drusilla. She's just trying to hold on to something, and she's trying to make somebody proud of her. She needs to be somebody's sidekick. Again, Archeus looks badass. I can't believe that they made Archeus look this intimidating. Rebecca Isaacs' Archeus, he looked a bit cartoony, and it was fine. He was pretty awesome looking, but the mask that Will Conrad gives him here, it's really nice. It's all just lovely. The art in this issue was great. And Nadira, I haven't really said anything about it, but her character design is gorgeous. I love the character design for Nadira. Ko gets a few funny lines. He says, "I've been known to break things indiscriminately," and I like the way that they're kind of slowly kind of just placing Ko into these little moments, and he actually talks about how Drusilla is really good at just getting away. So I like that. I like bringing Ko in, and really everybody has something to do here. Fred doesn't get to do much, but she gets to play victim for a few seconds, and then she's back on the trail with the rest of them. And again, Sophronia and Lavinia, they're kind of sidelined, but at least they say, hey, stop sidelining us. I really did enjoy that. And this whole statue Archeus situation, it's working for me. I'm enjoying what they're doing with Archeus, probably just really because of his design here. I think he looks great. I can't get over it. It's really good. Drusilla, I don't know why she has to dress up in these crazy dresses all the time. I guess it's because she's crazy, but whatever. Oh, Nadira the Vampire Slayer. It was awesome. She was just like, yeah, I'm a vampire slayer, and I've been waiting for this. I had predicted that Nadira was going to be our big bad, and maybe that's going to be true, but right now Archeus is looking like the big bad, and Nadira just... she's not helpless, but she's gonna need some help for sure. And I just really enjoyed this. I feel like I was really disappointed with number 19, and they completely turned it around on me, and I am totally back on the Angel and Faith train. Our season is coming to a close, so over the next few months, things are going to kind of wrap up and lead into, hopefully, season 11. And on that note, I do want to talk about how worried I am about Angel and Faith. So I read Angel and Faith, obviously, and you seem to like Angel and Faith, but I've noticed that I have about a third as many views for my Angel and Faith current reviews as I do for my current Buffy reviews. And so that really worries me. I was talking to a comic book store owner it was on Halloween. And I was talking about how I was worried about the book because it can't be selling a whole lot since the views for my reviews on the issues have been so very low compared to Buffy. I realize not everybody's looking to YouTube for reviews, but based on the number of people who are checking out my Buffy reviews, the Angel and Faith views really worry me. And he said that he only orders 4 issues a month because he has 3 people who come in and get it, and he has 1 for the shelf. And I'm worried that Angel and Faith is not making the money it ought to, even though the story's finally getting good. And the whole season we've had Angel over here and Faith over here, and they'll meet up for like 2.5, and then it's back to their own stories. So I like that they are back together on the page. It's exactly what I asked for, and I pretty much got a lot of what I asked for in this one. Sophronia and Lavinia, Nadira, and the whole craziness. This whole 2 pages was great. She's like, I'm a vampire slayer! So, it's a really good issue. Tell me what you thought of it down below in the comment section. You can like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, question. I'm Personnel Young. Hope you're having a great 2015 so far, everybody. You can come right back here to the Buffington Post anytime for Buffy the Vampire Slayer reviews, Angel and Faith reviews, Buffyverse discussions on the other Slayers. You can check out my The Leftovers Season 2 episode reviews. They're up in my TV reviews playlist. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2. Think it. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2. Pick it, baby girl.
What would you do to get to me? What would you say to have your way? Would you give up or try again? If I hesitate to let you in, now would you be yourself or play a role? Tell all the boys I'll keep it low. If I say no, would you turn away or play me off? Or would you stay? Oh, first you don't succeed. Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again. Cause if at first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, try again.
Drusilla says, I am what you...